Yo, what's up, guys? It's Stoic Tang here with another YouTube video, podcast video. And, we out of school, November 27th, half day. We're gonna have this week to us pretty free. Couple more days to work on us, you know what I mean? Thanksgiving, we gotta be thankful, we gotta be grateful, we gotta spend time with family, Tis the season to be jolly. Anyways, so this video is gonna be about how you're gonna feel and what it's like to be in this chapter of growth. In this chapter, what are you gonna feel? Are you going to feel courageous? Are you going to feel brave? Are you going to feel lonely? What are some things you're gonna deal with? Are you gonna have the mental capacity to fight through these battles as a man? Or is it possible that you're gonna break down? Are you gonna break down? All right, let's get it. Let's call this chapter of your life the lonely chapter. May not be original, but it's the truth. The lonely chapter is the chapter of your life where you do not want distractions, where you do not want pleasures. I've said this in many of my videos. You cut off things that are not benefiting you anymore. And when you do that, you start to become alone. You start to be lonely. You don't have the people that you used to have in your circle. Your circle becomes small. You don't see much light anymore. Everything becomes dark. Everything becomes shallow. Everything becomes dark, really dark. You're looking through the woods, hearing all the different sounds that are around you because every notification from your phone is from your family, not from someone that you know. Every email you get is about a business inquiry, not about a spam email about TikTok. This is the chapter of your life where you learn, where you grow, where you don't have people anymore. Okay, I'm not completely saying you don't have people in your life completely, but you don't have the people that bring you down anymore. Now it's just you. It's just you and the people who help you and the people who support you and the people who are in your life that make sense. You're gonna feel lonely. You're gonna feel alone. That's what you're gonna feel during this chapter. You gotta lock in. Locking in this chapter is gonna be one of the hardest things you've ever done. You're gonna feel like you have no motivation. You're gonna feel like you have no inspiration. You're gonna feel in yourself. You're gonna feel scared. You're gonna think the risks have more consequence than the actions. You're gonna overthink things. You're gonna say, why did I leave this situation? You're gonna think about everything because now you only have yourself. Now you have the time to reflect and think about things. Think about your life right now. Think about the ideas and brainstorm and have critical thinking on what you want to do. That's why sometimes when you just wake up, you know that feeling when you just wake up and you sit down on your bed sideways and you just stare off on the wall, thinking about your life right now for a good 10 minutes. That's because you have no one to distract you. That's because when you wake... Yo, my bad, boys. My storage ran out. Anyways. After that 10 minutes, that's the best time of your self-reflection. That's basically where you as a man, where you as a boy becomes a man. It's in those times of loneliness. It's in those times of reflection. It's in those times of when you're thinking about how do I become better? How do I change? How do I do this in this way to get this result? How will I do it? That's why self-reflections, meditating, journaling, writing down, even speaking your voice, even to yourself, is the best way you can learn about yourself. You can generate ideas that no one has ever thought about. That's how the majority of the business economy or the business entrepreneurs, they spent their time alone. The inventors, they spent their time alone. Thomas Edison, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Stephen Hawking, Isaac Newton. He was sitting down on a tree, on the bottom of a tree, thinking exactly. We don't know what he's thinking during that time. But we know that he was isolated and that he was lonely during that time. No one was next to him. And God brought him something that made him think about things more. That was the apple falling on him. So life is going to hit you as hard as that apple is. It's going to hit you like a brick. It's going to change you to think about things in a different way, about life in a different way, about love in a different way, about your money in a different way, about your family in a different way. Everything is going to be shaped by this chapter of your life. That's why everyone is saying, don't chase girls. Don't chase butterflies. And build your garden. So once you have that garden, the butterflies will come to you. Because that's your foundation. That's you. That's what you've created. You would be so happy and so fulfilled that you made that garden. You made those things grow. You made that plant. You made that apple tree. You made all of that from your lonely chapter. You visualized what it was going to look like in your lonely chapter. That's why the lonely chapter is the hardest chapter that you're ever going to face. But it's also the chapter that's going to change your life. So what are you going to feel during this chapter? What are you going to feel? During this lonely chapter, you're going to feel alone. And when I say alone, you're going to feel alone. Even when you're around everyone. Even when you're with family. Even when you're laughing and playing around, you're going to feel alone. You're going to feel it in you. Whether you say it or not, you think it. You're going to feel alone. You're just going to think. You're going to be thinking to yourself. I have all these people around me, but they're not around me in my thoughts. They're not thinking what I'm thinking. They're not. So, what exactly are you going to feel during this lonely chapter? You're gonna have nights where it comes to 8 p.m., 10 p.m. You don't know what you're doing. You don't feel like anything's working. You don't feel like the steps you're taking are the right ones. You think everything is not working for you. You have fear that builds up in you. That fear gets stronger and stronger as every day passes. As every day passes, you start to doubt yourself in this chapter. You doubt yourself. You don't think you're going to make it. You don't see that light because you're all in darkness. But the chapter is going to be rough. And you need people. And you need to watch videos. You need things to motivate you. Because, honestly, if you try just doing it alone, if you try doing it without any support, if you try doing it without watching videos to motivate you, you're not going to go very far. You can only have so much in your mind. You can only have so much discipline. You can only have so much. That's why you need to create your pages. What I mean when you say create pages, you create what you consume. You create the content that you consume. Create the content you consume. You build your Instagram reels to the content that's going to make you be motivated every day. You build your TikTok page. You start watching the right things. You start liking the right things. You start liking the people and the lifestyles that you want to achieve. And you shape your social media platforms to help you every day instead of pulling you down, right? Instead of having brain rot. Even your YouTube pages, you shape those things to business. You shape those things to mastering, to mastering speech. You shape those things to motivational videos. You must make the environment that you're living in every day an environment that you're proud of, an environment that propels you forward. You must be the sculptor. You must be the artist. Because in this life, what you think about is what you get. And if you think the right things, you will get the right things. You will get what you want. If you think the wrong things, if you're putting content in your brain that aren't helping you, you're going to go down the path that you never thought you would take. And I don't want you going there. The first step in this chapter I want for you is to start with the little things. To start changing your social media content that you consume into things that will make you motivated. Your parents are working hard right now. And you gotta make something happen for them. That's the type of video that you're gonna watch. Because that motivates you to become better. That motivates you to want to do something. To want to pursue yourself. To want to pursue something. Because not every day you're going to be motivated. Not every day you're going to have discipline. You need the right environment. You need to have your room to be clean in order to do any deep work. In order to exercise even. How are you going to do push-ups if you have shirts lying all around the room? The same thing for your phone. Same thing for the media you consume. If your room is dirty, how do you expect yourself to make a YouTube video? You won't even be motivated to make a YouTube video. If your keyboard is dirty, why would you want to sit on here for 4 hours and start typing? You wouldn't want to do that. Because the environment you're in is not the right environment. Same thing for social media. If you look at your reels and it's all about sadness, depressed TikToks, depressed reels, brain rot, then why would you be motivated to pursuing your dreams? You wouldn't. That's simple. You would not. You would not be motivated. So start by doing these little actions, these little things. Start brushing your teeth on time. Start brushing your teeth twice, if that's what it takes. Start cleaning your computer. Start cleaning your room. These little things, these little wins make you have these great wins. Start with the little things, and you can do it. Start being thankful. It's Thanksgiving. I want to see you guys succeed. I really do. Same with me. We all want to succeed. But are we willing to have little sacrifices? That's up to you. Simon Tang, pretty sure episode number 5. Rolling out. Autobots, roll out. Like and subscribe, boys. Laters.